You find us today about to leave West Stockwith Lock onto the Tidal River Trent. As we're waiting for the tide to settle, you can see Jan here talking to lockkeeper Wilf, a really helpful and knowledgeable chap. Whilst we were waiting, we were also joined by our cruising buddy, later to become a friend, Mark, on narrowboat Nelwyn. You'll see why Mark became such a good friend, maybe not in this vlog, but very soon. Once Wilf was happy with the levels, he let us out. Well, hello!
Hiya!
And welcome to this week's vlog, or should I say today's vlog? Because we don't do weeklies, do we? Not anymore.
No.
We do fortnightlies. And where are we, Jan?
We've just come out of West Stockwith.
Who?
Lock.
Stockwith?
West Stockwith.
West Stockwith?
And we're in a little convoy, just 2 boats.
Yeah.
And lovely information from the CRT guy there called Wilf.
Wilf, the lockkeeper?
Really puts your mind at rest and tells you everything.
Yeah. So I was just increasing the speed. Our buddy guy at the front, he's just going at a steady
He's
pace.
steering his boat with his feet.
Yeah. So he's got a tiller, traditionally, because it's a narrowboat, but he's also got a steering wheel, which he can steer by sitting on a seat and steering with his foot. And because it's more precise than the tiller, he doesn't have to move it that far for it to move the tiller left or right. And he can, at a moment's notice, slap the tiller on and go back to normal narrowboat operation. So we're heading to Keadby, which is the last lock. Well, I mean, you can go to Hull.
No.
Yeah, but we're not going to Hull, don't worry. But this is the last lock on the Tidal Trent to get off, and then we should be on the South Yorkshire Navigations, which I think is the Stainforth and Keadby Canal. Sorry about the noise, the radio's on obviously.
He's got 3 radios on.
3 radios. I've got radio for our buddy, I've got our little 2-way radio so I can keep in touch with Jan at the front of the boat, and then I've got the VHF radio so I can hear any other boat traffic and also contact the lockkeepers along the way.
This is lovely.
So it should be about 2.5 hours. We're obviously now at sort of slackish water, tide's going out. I'll check the speed on the speedo. It's no good looking at that because
There's a fair amount of wind though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a bit of wind coming the opposite way. But if I look on here, yeah, we're doing 4 miles an hour at the moment, so we're not
Canal time.
We're on canal time speed, so yeah, we can go a little bit faster if we want to.
We don't need to.
But yeah, so about 3 hours in total at that sort of speed. Anyway, let's see what we see on the way. sign here is saying you can't anchor at this point between this sign and the sign coming up, because there's a gas pipeline running underneath. Sorry if it's a bit windy, by the way. That bridge ahead is the motorway, the M180. We've picked up a bit of wind, which has given us a bit more chop on the river than we'd probably like. But there we go. All these things sent to try us, aren't they? The entrance to the lock, so that's where we're heading. Obviously we're going to turn, so we're coming back against the tide as usual. I think that's probably the fraught with brown trousers moment you can get. See how it goes. I'm going to pull back a bit so to let the guy in front have a bit more room. Keadby Lock, this is the boat just coming in, over.
Yeah, just to confirm, I've got you and another narrowboat, and I've got another one that we're waiting for, so if you can start up both half on the train to allow for another narrowboat to squeeze in the middle.
Well, we're in. Nice and cosy now. There's 3 of us here. Another boat come down from Torksey. Now, even though the lock's open, we can't get any further because there's a swing bridge in front, and the lock keeper, part of their job is to open the swing bridge so we can get further forward. There's some services and hopefully there's some moorings past here. Fingers crossed as usual. But wait, this is not how this journey ends. Until now, we've not been able to tell anyone what happened here. We were blissfully unaware of what had just happened in the lock and the significance it would have on our lives, our home, and the rest of our journey.
We're all getting squashed here.
We've no idea what, if any, damage has been done below the surface to the steel.
That's what's most worrying, isn't it?
That's the most worrying because you can't see anything. What we need to do is get the boat lifted out of the water.
Well, we need to make sure that she's okay.
Yeah, we've already had enough sleepless nights, thank you very much, and nerves frayed.
Yeah.
There's too much to unpack now. All will be revealed in our next vlog.